Good evening, everybody. There are two very important questions which are kind of troubling me because these have to be addressed and addressed properly before we can be effective and before we can make an impact to reduce this influence of the COVID pandemic problem. Now, although people in the metropolitan cities in India are very congested, and but in reality, most of the people are living not in cities, but in rural areas. And what concerns me is the fact that the population, which is almost 80% of the population which lives outside the metropolitan cities, are also being treated in the same way and at the same level as the metropolitan cities. And therefore, they do not understand the gravity of the COVID-19. And I feel that we should make a very special attempt at trying to make the majority of the people in the rural areas understand how terrible this is, and if it is not properly addressed, then it has very drastic and even fatal results. So this is something which I think the government and all the other NGOs, the other diagnostic centers must try and achieve as quickly as possible. The other issue which I think is even more important we need to consider is that, as I said, the earlier issue of people in the rural area getting affected. Now, in India, this manpower is the source of our economic development. Now, if this manpower does not remain healthy and become part of the production of various types of production in the country, then we have a very serious economic problem as well. And this is a matter of great concern, and I don't think that we understand that this is something which we also have to address. For instance, with the lockdown imposed just now because of the pandemic, the lakes, the rivers, the pollution, the atmosphere, the environment, they all became very, very, very good. And therefore, it's proved that it's man who's disturbing the balance of the environment. And we cannot afford to let that happen. So it's a kind of a double-barreled gun. The labor is not available, and secondly, we are polluting the environment. So this, as far as I'm concerned, is the second most important matter which we need to address. The sustainability of the environment is critical. And the sooner we make them understand, everybody understand, that it's the human population which is destroying their own future for our own children, I think there will be a very big issue in not so very long to come.